We're talking today with Alannah Brady, who is an employee here at Blanchardstown Centre for Independent Living and has a lived experience of Crohn's disease and colitis. You're very welcome to the show and thanks for coming in.
Thank you, John.
So you might tell us the very start of where Crohn's and colitis came into your life.
It was during lockdown. I started to notice I was losing lots of weight and I was constantly sick, and I'd said to my parents that something was wrong, and they didn't put anything past it. They just thought I was having them on, really.
Yeah.
And then after COVID passed, I'd kind of gotten better a little bit.
Right.
And then 2021 I went to see my doctor and he was like, "Oh no, you're absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just school." That's what he said it was.
Trying to get out of school?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I went to see a different doctor and she said, "No, there's something wrong. You need to get that seen to." So she sent me to the Mater Hospital and I had to get a colonoscopy, and I was diagnosed with Crohn's and colitis.
And what year was that?
2021.
Okay.
And
did you get a shock?
Yeah.
Did you know what it was all about?
No, I hadn't a clue.
No. Right. Did you educate yourself in it at the time?
Not really, because I was terrified because I didn't know what it was.
Right.
And they just given me all this medication to take and none of it was working.
Right. When you say it wasn't working, it wasn't stopping the symptoms that you had?
No, it was making it worse.
All right.
And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't leave the house.
Right.
So I just stayed in all the time.
So you stopped doing all the things that you should have been doing?
Yeah. I basically stopped living my life.
And what about friends and...
I stopped talking to all them.
Right.
Because I was afraid.
Well, can I tell you, in life you have friends and you have acquaintances.
Yeah.
Friends stay around. Acquaintances don't.
Yeah.
So they were acquaintances. Now you have friends. But anyway, let's move your story on a bit. Yeah, at some stage you had to find out what this was all about.
Yeah. So a few months after, I started Googling to see what it was all about, really. And then I finally started to understand. I seen all the symptoms and I had the symptoms for both. So it wasn't just it was one or the other. I had to live with both of them.
And did your parents start to understand that there was something going on?
Oh yeah, they knew then, yeah.
And did they understand what it was?
Yeah.
Right.
Then I think June I went back to see my doctor in the hospital and he put me back on steroids because I was getting worse.
Yeah.
And he said, you have to get worse before you get better. So they kind of worked for the 3 months and then everything went downhill again.
Did you find you were starving?
Yeah.
Taking steroids? Everybody does.
Constantly hungry.
Yeah.
Then I just got worse and worse. And I just started to think, this is it. This is how I'm going to live my life now.
Yeah.
Because it was like that for so long.
So when did you get an actual management onto your condition?
December 2021.
Okay.
So it was a few months after I was diagnosed.
Did you ever get in touch with Crohn's and Colitis Ireland?
No.
Right. You should, because they are absolutely fabulous. They're full of information and they offer services to help you.
Yeah.
So you started just getting on with your life, living it with this condition.
Yeah.
Did it stop you from doing anything?
It stopped me from doing everything, basically.
Right. What was everything?
So I couldn't go to school. I stopped seeing my friends.
Yeah.
I stopped seeing everyone, basically.
Did you find any comfort in anything?
Music really helped a lot.
Okay.
And football.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't tell me about that, because I know what you're going to say. What team?
United.
And what kind of music?
Anything, really.
Right. And what kind of help did it give you? Just something to concentrate your mind on rather than...
it took me away from all my thoughts.
So what did you do next then?
Then I went to see a psychologist.
Right.
And basically I just had to talk to her about how I was feeling all the time.
Yeah.
And that I was always anxious and sad and like lonely all the time.
Yeah.
So she helped me try to deal with everything.
It must have been very hard for a young girl to deal with all that.
It was.
Yeah.
So I think I was one of the youngest patients as well.
Really?
Yeah. So
What age were you then?
I was 16.
Oh my God. That's horrible.
Yeah.
When you've all kinds of hormones and stuff to deal with as well, and
Yeah.
all this on top of it.
Yeah.
So what kind of help did the psychologist give you?
She just gave me loads like these exercises to do.
Okay.
Like breathing and counting to 10, and like sometimes she'd take me to the roof just to think about happy thoughts.
Yeah. Did it help?
Yeah, it helped a lot.
Brilliant. So do you do that now?
No.
Right. You have better ways of coping.
Yeah.
What are those ways?
If I ever feel like anxious or anything, I just put my music on and I do blast it through the whole house.
You'd be gone out of my house if I was your father. And then could you get back doing all the things you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Right.
That was in February last year.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah.
So now you have a bit of management on it.
Yeah.
Do you still see a psychologist?
No.
Right. No need.
No.
You're able now to sort
able
yourself
now,
out.
yeah.
So now you're working at BCIL.
Yeah.
How long are you here?
3 months.
And what do you think?
I love it.
Right. Nice people.
Yeah.
Excluding me.
Yeah.
And what's life like? Good?
Everything's much better.
Great.
I'm able to do everything now.
That's good, yeah. Do you like your job?
Yeah.
Yeah. You look forward to coming in every day. It's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Great for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you hope to find something then afterwards.
Yeah.
Right. Good, good. And then you wanted to tell me a bit about something else at the end of it all. The second bit.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about that bit. The bit you told me about outside.
Oh.
That you're going to add on at the end.
So when I was in school, I had to leave, obviously, because I was so sick. And my year head didn't understand. She didn't care.
Okay.
And I'd sent in multiple letters from the hospital. And she was like, yeah, I don't care. You have to come into school. You can do your leave insert outside the toilets. And I was like, no,
Good
I
God.
can't do that. I physically can't come to school. Well, she didn't understand.
Yeah.
But I didn't go back.
Yeah.
I just left.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's very unprofessional on behalf of a teacher.
And the principals too. They didn't care.
Yeah. I remember my son had scoliosis. So his spine, your normal spine is straight down.
Yeah.
His spine was all curved and bent. And he started to turn around to his left. And he had 2 major operations to repair all that. And he was in school at the time, and the school, I went down to the school and informed him of all this, that he's going to be out for an extended period till he gets better.
Yeah.
2 weeks later, the school came up to the house and said, where is he? How unprofessional are they in dealing with all this stuff? So life is great. You're back in action.
Yeah.
You're enjoying life.
Yeah.
Still follow Manchester United.
Yeah.
Great. I'm absolutely thrilled that your life is now back on track.
Thank you.
Alannah, thank you so much for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
You're very good.
Thank you.